Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today we are going over the full-size Beretta APX Tactical. So I think this is the first Beretta that I've really had on the channel. This isn't my gun. This was loaned to me by my good friend Chris over at the Chris from the 740 channel. I'm going to put a link to his channel down below. Check him out. Great channel over there. We sort of swap guns here and there for things we haven't shot. He actually wanted me to check this out. You know, he has some opinions on it, and he said, tell me what you think. So let's get into it. I'm going to tell you what I think. So I am going to scroll all of the specs on the screen now for you to check out, so I don't have to go through them all on camera because it is way too hot and my camera is not liking this heat. My experiences with this thus far and what I think about it is I have about 500 rounds or so on this gun. I have shot it in the configuration you see here, and I shot it with the Mojave 9, the Dead Air Mojave 9 as well today, in fact. And it has functioned very well through everything that I've shot. And some subs. What are these?
Ammo Inc.
Ammo Inc. Like 147 grain?
165.
165.
TMCs.
A lot back in the face. Woo. So a few things about it that I really like about this pistol is it's got these very good front slide serrations, and this action is really smooth. And in fact, on a full mag, 21 rounds, by the way, this comes with 3 21 round magazines. On a full mag and a closed slide, I can easily chamber the first round. That's significant to me because there are a lot of guns out there that you put a fully topped off mag in, and that first rack is a lot tougher than, say, if it was downloaded 1 round or 2 rounds. So they have some really good geometry going on here, and they figured that part out. Now I do like these suppressor height sights. These just barely co-witness with this, what does he put on it? A Wolf X Pro from Siley. They just barely go over top of the base of the Siley optic, but they're nice. They have some nice anti-glare serrations in it, as well as the back plate has some nice anti-glare serrations in it as well. So as you can see, it's threaded barrel. I had discussed already that I shot it suppressed. The slide lock, slide release functions very, very well. It's all ambi, both sides for the slide lock, slide release, and ambi mag release. Well, the mag release isn't full ambi, you have to swap it over, but you can swap it over for a lefty, which is why in some of my reload videos that you may have seen by this point, I'm using my index finger because Chris is a wrong-handed shooter and he has this set up for a lefty. Now it does have a light rail or a pick rail up front here. I haven't put a light on it, so I can't really comment on that. Trigger guard is nicely squared off here with 2 undercuts. They're a little shallow. This first undercut most near the grip is a little shallower than some of them I've seen out there on, say, Glocks and Glock clones, but on this gun they do a really good job of allowing you to get a little bit higher grip. Now the grip, getting to the grip has very Smith & Wesson-esque grip panels, grip feeling to it, and the grip itself is very Smith & Wesson-esque feeling. Now I don't know who did it first, and I don't know who did it better, but it does grab the hand nicely. It fits my hand well. It's a little narrower than I'm used to front to back, but it's decent. I think it's around 1 1/8, maybe just a little narrower than 1 1/8 wide. But it does fit the hand nicely. Ergonomically, it fits the hand nicely. Now, one of my favorite things about this gun is it comes with 3 21 round mags. So it's a 17 round mag with a +4 extension on them. And when drawing from a belt, having that base plate extension, magazine extension on it is real nice. Also, when sending that home, you don't have any of that, like with a flat base plate, you end up hitting your hand on the gun. So as far as that goes, it is called a tactical, and I see why. And at 21 rounds per magazine, this thing just keeps shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting.
One day later.
Now, I haven't checked, but the bore height seems high to me. I don't know that it's any higher than some of my other guns and Glocks and things like that, but it feels high to me. And I think it's because of how thick this beaver tail is. Beaver tail works really nice. It doesn't allow for any slide bite or anything like that, but it sort of gives a feeling like it's almost top heavy. Although with a good grip, a grip without any deficiencies in it, I am able to control this very, very well as far as follow-up shots. However, if there's any deficiencies in my grip at that particular moment, I feel it feels almost out of control, even for a 9mm. Again, I don't know if it's a matter of how the grip fits my hand. I don't know if the bore axis may be just a little bit higher or what, but again, if I'm keeping a really, really good grip on it, it's super controllable, but if I have any deficiencies in my grip whatsoever, it feels like it's flipping quite a bit. Now, because anytime I say anything negative, even if it's subjective, about any pistol or any firearm whatsoever, there's inevitably a group of fanboys that come after me for it because my experience wasn't the same as their experience. So your experience may differ, and I'm allowed to like things that you don't like, and you're allowed to like things that I may not like. And that brings me to the trigger. The trigger on this is strange to me. Now, here dry firing, it's super weird feeling, almost like it's broken, like there's something wrong with it. It has a nice forced reset. It's sort of a long reset, but I don't know if you can hear that. It almost sounds like there's a springy action in there that is loose. Like it's spongy. It's got a positive wall. That's a very positive wall. Creeps through just a little bit. And then it's got this very weird springy break. But when shooting it, when actually shooting live rounds through it, I don't notice it. I don't notice it. And that's one of the reasons why, like, when people get super particular about, like, oh, there's a tiny little bit of grip. And like, when people get that anal.
Who's an L? It's anal, dumbass.
About triggers, I just sort of laugh because when shooting it, you don't notice those things. And for me, again, sitting here talking to you, pulling that trigger real slow, it's like, oh God, I can't stand it. But then when shooting at live fire, I don't notice it at all. Now, I was able to get, even though this is wrong-handed, like I'm using my index finger to release the mag, I was able to get pretty good at mag changes in a very short period of time. I was able to get, fairly fast rate of fire with it in a fairly short amount of time. So getting used to this gun was really, really simple for me. Now, one of the things I would probably change about this is this sort of, I don't even know what to call it. I think I would just add to it. Like, you see this rough area here that sort of looks like it should be grip texture, but it's not. Like, that is super smooth. I would make that as rough as this grip texture. This grip texture is fantastic. It really grabs the hand like Velcro. But this is it. I don't know why you would put the effort into making that look like grip texture from the factory without it actually working like grip texture. Because like the meat of my hand sits in there, and that may not seem like a big deal, but anything that helps to grab the hand is going to be better for a pistol. So I would have that to be at least as rough as the grip texture up here where your thumb goes, back back here as well. Now for the YouTube sensors, I'm getting ready to talk about price. The price of this thing.
Hey, you said you were going to talk about this.
You're right, I am going to talk about this. Do you like camouflage? I like camouflage. Who doesn't like camouflage? Do you like supporting YouTubers? I like supporting other YouTubers, and that's where Camorado comes in. So, if you guys are familiar with Sean from We Like Shooting, he has his own clothing company and camouflage company, and that is Camorado.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
So not only does Camorado sell functional camouflage, but it's stylish too. This is all very functional camouflage. The Gun Collective has their own pattern as well. It's a blue pattern and it's super cool. I'll be getting that soon. And then there's a red pattern that I really like as well. But go check out Camorado. Help support creators. We all need the help, all the help we can get. Again, discount code down below. So for the YouTube sensors, I'm getting ready to talk about price of this. I'm not selling it. I don't sell regulated goods on this channel, and this particular gun is not for sale. So please leave me alone. This comes in at around $500. On Beretta's website, it's at $550. I'm not sure other places, oftentimes it's a little less on some various websites, but I think at the price, me personally, I think this is a really good gun for what my experience has been with it. Again, only about 500 rounds, which isn't much, but suppressed, unsuppressed, various types of ammo. This thing's been a shooter, and I actually quite enjoy shooting it in the end. I mean, you get the threaded barrel, nice slide cuts, a good feeling frame, at least for my hand, 3 21 round extended magazines, ambi everything, nice sights, again, at that 550, 500-ish mark, I really don't know that you could ask for anything more. I don't know about any problems this gun's had. I haven't researched this gun prior to this video, so you may know something that I don't, but again, based off of my experience, I think that's a pretty darn good price. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. That way, if YouTube does their job, you will get my videos sent directly to you, and you won't miss any of them. I appreciate everybody's support out there. You can also become a member of the channel. Very inexpensive. You get previews and things like that, members-only posts and whatnot. Thank you guys out there. Thank you to all the members of the channel. Thank you to Chris for loaning me that gun. Check out Camorado down below as well. We'll talk to you later.